Hey everybody, today's quick tip is about transitions. These are those times that are most likely to end up in a fight or bickering or some kind of bad feelings. And transitions just don't have to be that hard. Think of a transition as something that needs a little more time than just doing the action itself. So here's an example. You're sitting in your chair, it's the end of the day, you're watching TV, you're happy, got a blanket up over you, you're cuddling in, and somebody comes out of the back of the house and says, "Hey, you need to take the garbage out." Now, if you're me, you're going to say, "Sure," and have no intention of moving because I'm not doing that until I have to get up to go to the bathroom or something. It's going to happen on my time. But often that is a trigger for a fight. So instead of thinking as a transition, because it is, you're changing from one state to another, and that's what I think people often forget is you're asking somebody to change their behavior when they may or may not be ready to change their behavior. That's really what a transition is. If you think about it, if you're a parent with children or you're a manager with workers, and you interrupt somebody who's in their flow and ask them to change their behavior without giving them any way to absorb it, that is what causes the bad feelings and the fights. So let me give you a different scenario. Here's an example where transition could actually be used as a communication opportunity and a way to negotiate an outcome that doesn't harm either party. It doesn't have a negative impact on either party. So you're out at a gathering, you're tired, you're ready to go home. You look over at your partner and go, "Oh, I got to get out of here." Walk up to them and instead of saying, "I'm ready to go, are you ready?" That's not how you manage a transition. That's actually asking them to change their behavior to accommodate yours. Instead, you might say, "Look, I'd like to get out of here, like maybe in the next 15 minutes. I'm feeling really tired." Your partner then has an opportunity to say, "Hey, I'm ready to go right now. Let's go." Or say something like, "I want to talk to a few more people. Is 20 minutes okay? Can I get 20 minutes out of you?" Now you've created a win-win situation where you've discussed the transition, you figured out what your partner needs to feel good about that change in their behavior, and all you got to do is manage yourself for 20 minutes. You can even go sit in the car if you want. But the point is, you haven't impacted their experience with your transition request. Sorry, the word transition is so hard to say. Anyway, the idea is if you want to change someone's behavior midstream, engage them and ask them what works best for them to make that change. It works really well with children. Nobody wants to be playing a game and told they have to stop just because mom walked in and said it's time to go. And it works really well with employees. When they're on a roll, the worst thing you could do is walk in and say, "Hey, I need this report and I need it by 3. That's not a negotiation. That's not even a conversation. That's just you changing their experience, probably in a negative way. Instead, take a moment, talk about the transition, see what the person whose behavior you want to influence needs, and go from there. Hey, if you like these videos, subscribe and leave me a rating or a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.